Hello and welcome to Radiant Moments, a J&B podcast. I'm Michelle, your host, and I'm so glad you've joined me today. I would like you to take a moment and take a deep breath with me before we start. Whether you're listening from home, in the car, or finding a quiet moment amidst the busyness of caregiving, let us use this time together to reflect, reconnect, and recharge. In our last episode, we talked about crafting a caregiving mission statement. We explored how defining your purpose and values as a caregiver can provide clarity and strength even during the most challenging times. If you haven't had a chance to listen yet, I encourage you to check it out. It's a powerful step towards aligning your caregiving journey with your personal goals and values. Today, we're diving into the importance of building your caregiving support team. Caregiving can feel overwhelming when it's done alone, but it doesn't have to be. Together, we'll explore practical strategies for creating a network of people and resources that can help lighten the load and foster resilience. And something exciting to look forward to is in our next episode, we'll be focusing on prioritizing self-care without guilt. We'll discuss actionable ways to overcome guilt and make self-care a sustainable part of your life. For now, today, let's focus on building a support system that uplifts and empowers you on your caregiving journey. Why is a support team so important, and why does it matter? Caregiving can be deeply rewarding, but it's also one of the most demanding roles you'll ever take on in your life. From managing medical appointments to handling household tasks and providing emotional support, the responsibilities can feel endless. And that's just touching the surface. That's where a caregiving support team comes in. A strong support network can, number one, reduce stress and burnout. Sharing the load helps prevent the physical and emotional exhaustion that often accompanies caregiving. Number two, it enhances your quality of care. When you're not stretched too thin, you're able to provide more focused and compassionate care to your loved one. Number three is fostering a sense of community. Knowing you're not alone makes the journey feel more manageable. Support from others reminds you that caregiving is a shared experience, not a solitary one. Number four is creating space for self-care. Delegating tasks to others allows you to carve out time for yourself, something that's essential for maintaining balance and resilience. Building a caregiving support team isn't about handing off all responsibilities. It's about creating a network that empowers you to thrive and not just survive. The question is, who should be on your support team? Your caregiving support team can include a mix of people, professionals and tools. So let's break it down together. So number one is family and friends. It's about who to ask. Reach out to your trusted family members and friends who understand your caregiving role. Even small contributions like running errands or cooking a meal can make a big difference. So the question is how to ask. It's being specific about what you need. Instead of saying, I need help, try, could you take mum to her doctor's appointment next Tuesday? Or would you mind helping me with the groceries this week? Number two is healthcare professionals. This includes doctors, nurses, therapists, and pharmacists as part of your team. These professionals are invaluable for providing medical guidance and support. This is the area where building strong relationships by keeping communication clear and consistent is important. Make sure you bring questions to appointments and advocate for your loved one's needs. Number three is community resources. Look into local caregiving organisations, support groups, or non-profits. Many offer respite care, meal delivery, or transportation services. Things like libraries, community centres, and faith-based organisations often have resources specifically for caregivers. Number four are support groups. This can be online or in person, which provides you with a space to share your experiences, gain advice, and feel less isolated. Hearing from others who've been in your shoes can be incredibly validating. Number 5 is professional caregivers. If your budget allows, or if there is funding, consider hiring a home health aide or professional caregiver to assist with specific tasks like bathing, meal preparation, or light housekeeping. Number 6 is technology and tools. Utilize caregiving apps to organize schedules, track medication, and manage tasks. Apps like Caring Bridge or Lotsa Helping Hands can streamline communication and coordination. Smart home devices like voice assistants or remote monitoring systems can also reduce stress and improve efficiency. Your support team doesn't need to be large, it just needs to work for you. Now that we've covered who can be part of your support team, let's talk about how to build one. Number 1, assess your needs. Start by identifying the areas where you need help. Write down everything you do in a typical day or week, and then highlight tasks that could be shared or delegated. Number 2 is to communicate openly. Be honest about your needs and limitations. People often want to help but don't know how. It's important to use clear and direct language when asking for assistance. For example, I need help organising Dad's medication schedule. Could you assist with that? Number 3, start small. Begin by delegating 1 or 2 tasks to a trusted individual. Building a support team is a gradual process, and it's okay to start small. Number 4, be open to professional help. If friends and family aren't available, explore professional services. Hiring help doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're prioritizing sustainability in your caregiving role. Number 5, leverage technology. Use apps to share caregiving updates or coordinate schedules with family members. These tools make it easier for everyone to stay on the same page. Number 6 is express gratitude. A simple thank you goes a long way. Let your team know how much you appreciate their support. Gratitude strengthens relationships and encourages continued collaboration. Let me share a story from my own caregiving journey. When I first became a caregiver, I truly believed I had to do it all myself. I was managing appointments, cooking meals, keeping the house in order, and trying to balance my own work schedule. I told myself that asking for help would be an inconvenience to others, that it was my responsibility to handle everything. Unsurprisingly, I burnt out quickly. One day, a friend noticed how exhausted I looked and asked if she could help. To be honest, at first, I hesitated. I didn't want to be a burden. But when she insisted, I decided to let go of my pride just a little. I asked if she could pick up some groceries for me, and she happily agreed. That one small act of kindness sparked a realization. I didn't have to do this alone. I just had to allow people to support me. From that point on, I made intentional changes. I asked my family to assist with transportation whenever there were unavoidable double-ups, ensuring my loved one never had to miss essential medical care. I hired an in-home caregiver to support with the complex task of drip feeding into a peg tube, while also navigating the delicate journey of introducing solid foods for the first time, despite a significant oral aversion. Having that specialised assistance lifted a weight I didn't even realise I'd been carrying. I also sought emotional and peer support. I joined an online caregiving support group for the first time. I felt truly seen. The 6 sessions I attended provided a safe, understanding space, one where I could share my experiences, my fears and my challenges without feeling judgment. But as the final session ended, I felt an overwhelming sense of loss. The support had been invaluable, yet it was temporary. That was when I realised that caregivers needed ongoing access to a safe, supportive and connected community. That realisation was one of the leading forces behind creating J&B Oasis. I wanted to ensure that caregivers just like me had a space where they could access support, share their experiences and find encouragement whenever they needed it. These changes didn't happen overnight, and it took time to embrace the idea that I deserved help. But once I did, my entire caregiving experience transformed. I went from feeling isolated and overwhelmed to feeling supported and connected, and that made all the difference. If you're struggling to ask for help, know this: you don't have to do it all alone. Help is there, you just have to take the first step in allowing yourself to receive it. As we close today's episode, I encourage you to take the first step towards building your caregiving support team. Here's how you can start. Number 1, identify your needs. Take some time this week to list the tasks you handle and identify where you need help. Number 2, reach out. Ask one person, a family member, friend, or a neighbor to assist with a specific task. Number 3, explore your resources. Research local or online support groups, caregiving apps, or professional services that could lighten your load. Remember, building a support team is a process. Start small and know that every step you take is a step towards balance and resilience. If you're looking for additional tools and resources to support you on your caregiving journey, here's how we can help. Join the JMB Oasis membership and online community, a safe, supportive space where caregivers connect, share experiences, and access workshop, practical resources, and emotional support whenever they need it. You can download your free gratitude journal. Start your journey to self-care and reflection with this powerful tool designed to help you find joy even in the most challenging moments. Discover more free supportive resources by checking out our website for guides, checklists, and expert insights tailored to empower and uplift caregivers just like you. Find everything in the show notes or visit our website today. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. We're here to walk beside you, support you, and uplift you every step of the way. Thank you for spending this time with me on Radiant Moments, a JMB podcast. I hope today's episode has given you practical tools and encouragement to build a caregiving support team that uplifts and empowers you. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps us reach more caregivers who can benefit from this supportive space. Remember, together we can uncover moments of peace, connection, and joy in every step of the caregiving journey. Until next time, stay radiant, stay empowered, and keep shining your light bright.